All right, let's get into it. Day 4. We are talking about liquidity. Liquidity. Lick. All right, liquidity. Okay, how we make that? Boom. This is what we're talking about today because this is what actually moves the market. And I think people kind of get like this misconception now that day trading is getting mainstream. They're seeing like everybody do it. But this is actually what is going on Wall Street. And these people are playing with millions, billions, and billions of dollars. Like Trump says, billions and billions. So when they're submitting orders, they're actually moving like they fulfill so many orders that they actually move the market in a certain direction. And we knowing this, okay, are going to use this to our advantage. Okay? So, what is liquidity? In a nutshell, they are resting orders. Okay? Now, back in the 1800s, 1900s, like in the old days, the way you would be able to get a stock was on paper, right? So you'll get a certificate. So if you wanted to buy Tesla stock, for example, in order to buy it, somebody will have to sell it to you, right? And they'll have to go around and find somebody who would want to sell their stock, right? Now it's a little bit more digitalized, so you can get filled instantly. But back then, you'll have to find somebody and like you'll have your pending order trying to get filled, right? Now it's just instantly, right? So resting orders. What type of resting orders are there? We have limit buys. We have limit sells. We have stop losses. And we have take profits. Okay, so we have two excuse me. We have two types, actually four types of resting orders, right? We have limit buys, we have limit sales, we have stop losses, and we have take profits. Now, let's get into this. Well, all right, let's get into it. So, usually in an uptrend, we'll see something like this, right? So, above highs, you have buy orders, right? You have limit buy orders, and you have people taking profits, right? So, you have people buying into the market, right? Because they see, okay, this high is going to get pushed above. I'm going to go ahead and buy, right? And then they set their take, not their take profit, they set their stop loss under these lows right here. So there's limit buy orders at highs, right? And there's limit sell orders or stop losses at lows. Peep how there's a double set of orders. This is why I said there's really two types of categories, but there's four types of orders, right? So you have people buying into the market, and then you also have people taking profits, right? Up here. But what they're actually doing when you're taking profits, all you're doing is selling back your position, right? So in order to sell your position, you're literally selling positions, right? So it's the opposite with the low. When you have a low, you have a stop loss, right? Or you have a limit sell order. So let's call this the sell order. When you have a stop loss, you are buying back your trade at a loss, basically. So you are buying, right? And then there's also people who are going short here because they think the market's going to go down, right? So you have double the amount of orders at highs and double the amount of orders at sales, right? So you have resting buy orders at highs right here. For example, here you have resting buy orders and you have people taking profits. Right here, at these lows, you have people going short, and then you have people who are also getting stopped out. So you have two sets of orders right here. All right. Now, why is all of this stuff important? That's the question of the day. Let's actually, why is liquidity important? Oh, okay. So if there were 0 orders, where's the market gonna go, right? Think of think of this like a magnet, right? Because in order for somebody to buy, there needs to be a willing seller. That's what moves. I'm in real estate. This is how the market moves, but that's going to be too complicated. But let's just keep it right here. In order for there to be sellers, there needs to be buyers, and in order for you to sell, in order for you to buy, someone has to sell it to you. And in order for you to sell it, somebody needs to buy. So the market likes to move naturally where they can fulfill a bunch of orders at the same time. That way, the people on Wall Street, the banks, pension funds, hedge funds, all of these people can fulfill their massive amounts of orders because they control so much capital. What we're doing is identifying where those highs and where those lows. This is why we went over highs and lows. Okay, so for example, we see this high get pushed above, boom, sweeps, and brings the price lower. Why does it go lower? Again, there's limit buy orders above these highs, right? There's people going long right here. And there's people also taking profit. So there's a lot of orders right here for the banks, the hedge funds, all Wall Street people to bring the market into another direction. A lot of people don't know this, okay? So we're going to use this, what people don't know, to our advantage and trade like the banks do. Okay, but that's just the first part. We're going to get into more real life examples in the next video, but I really want to make sure you guys digest the idea of liquidity.